This is the Aiho 500 milliliter Ultrasonic Essential Oil Diffuser. And as a diffuser in itself, I have no problem giving this a strong recommendation for your purchasing considerations. However, there is an aspect I wish to treat in this particular video, and that is something I know a great many of you are looking for. It's actually been something I've been personally asked by other consumers. Where can I get an absolutely quiet ultrasonic diffuser? Something that does not have the so-called burble and gurgle of water. Unfortunately, none of these are truly going to be absolutely quiet. There are options though, which I'll get to at the end. But just to give you a visual demonstration of how these ultrasonic diffusers all work, I'm going to take the lid off here. And as you can see, this particular model has very clearly marked water fill lines. But notice I'm actually just below the 100 milliliter line, where the greatest amount of potential noise is going to occur. That is because all these ultrasonic diffusers work the same way. We'll go ahead and turn it on here. There you go. And you notice, yes, it does shoot up water. They all do. Now here's the thing. For 500 milliliters, that's a lot of water that the electric piezo has to work through. So it has to push a lot of force. As a result, the lower the water gets, well, the greater that action, that water shooting up and hitting the surface, thereby giving you that gurgling sound. That is how they all work. Now the motor on this is actually very quiet, but I can still hear the occasional gurgle and burbling. So, what are your options if you're looking for a completely quiet ultrasonic diffuser? Well, first option is go with a much smaller tank. Like I said, an electric piezo has to put out a lot of force to get through such a large volume of water. With a smaller tank, the more typical 120 milliliters, well, the electric piezo doesn't have to work that hard. But of course, now you're dealing with a much smaller tank and, of course, a lesser run time overall. But even with low water levels at, let's say, 30 milliliters left, you're not going to get that gurgling. There's another options, like for instance, I have one on my computer desk. It's also about 120 milliliters, so it is a small tank as well. But atop of that, it also has a very, very low level mist. It is not something that would actually add humidity, and that's why it's on my computer desk. So as a result, the piezo on that has even less force that it needs to push through. Now, with even small tanks at 100, 120 milliliters that still give out a good amount of mist, well, once again, that piezo still got to work through and make that mist through that maximum water volume. So with the one little one I have on my computer desk, not only is it a small tank, but it puts out very, very little mist. However, it still diffuses my essential oils. I can still smell it in an immediate intimate setting. I'm sitting right there on my desk. It's sitting off to the side, maybe a foot away from my elbow. I can smell it. So there's an option, but also because of the very, very low level of mist it puts out, it works for a very long time. I've had it running, I think, on a single full tank, 120 milliliters, probably 2 days, not continuously, but while I'm at my computer, which is quite a bit. So there's that trade-off there. Now there's even other options that don't involve using electric piezos. There's, of course, the heat method, whether you're using a candle warmer or a socket plug-in, some sort of heat source that warms the essential oil and thereby diffusing it. And then there's fan-based ones. Very simple device. You just put your essential oils on these felt pads, turn it on, and the fan just simply wafts the essential oil scent off. Those fans are also very, very quiet. The spa room aromatherapy ones are the ones I have the most of. I got like half a dozen of those. And then there's yet other different styles, mechanisms of diffusing essential oils, such as the vibrational heatless ones, but you're still going to get a mechanical hum off those because of the motor that is used to diffuse the oils. So those are basically your options if you're looking for an absolutely quiet, no gurgle, no burble. But For the rest of us, well, this is very, very nicely done. The lighting on this particular one is actually quite slow, the fade. This is on its first mode here, and it actually takes its time to slowly, very slowly fade into the next color. This has to be the slowest fade I've ever seen on any of these light up diffusers. And then, of course, as you saw briefly, the amount of mist that this can put out, even on low, is quite a bit. And on high, holy smokes, it really starts belting it out. So not only is this a great choice for getting that essential oil scent out, but for actually adding effective and practical humidity to your environment. So there you have it, guys. You have yourself a great one.